The Galactic Council Hall was brighter than usual that night. Hundreds of alien leaders filled the massive chamber, their voices echoing like a storm. They were laughing, joking, and trading insults, all pointed toward one target: humanity. To them, humans were small, noisy creatures with fragile worlds and weaker ships. Many believed Earth's Warfleet would break first in the coming conflict. Their jokes grew louder, their pride grew stronger. But only one person in the hall stayed silent: Ambassador Vorel, a tall reptilian alien with sharp eyes. Vorel kept staring at the giant hologram map floating in the center of the chamber. Something about the map felt wrong. Human fleets were usually active at this hour. They patrolled, scanned space, or broadcast regular signals. But tonight, everything was quiet. Too quiet. Vorel slowly approached the council table. "There is something unusual," he said. "The humans have stopped all activity. No signals, no patrols, no movements. This is not normal." The other ambassadors burst into laughter. One shouted, "Maybe they finally accepted defeat." Another added, "Humans are hiding under their beds." But Vorel did not smile. His instincts were sharp, and they whispered a warning he couldn't ignore. "Silence from humans is not weakness," Vorel continued. "It is planning." His words were ignored. The council mocked him the same way they mocked humanity. They believed humans were too primitive to cause real trouble. They believed nothing would change by dawn. But Vorel felt a chill. He looked again at the map. Every human fleet icon was still, like frozen ghosts. He whispered to himself, "This is not fear. This is preparation." In that moment, he understood one thing clearly. Something was coming. Something the galaxy was not ready for. The first light of dawn spread across the massive windows of the Galactic Council Hall. Most ambassadors were still half asleep, stretching their limbs and preparing for another day of arguments and jokes. They expected things to be normal, but nothing was normal. A loud alarm echoed through the hall. The hologram map flickered to life on its own, filling the room with sharp red lines and blinking warnings. The sleepy ambassadors froze. Then silence. The map finished loading. Every alien leader stared at the screen in complete confusion. Every single human Warfleet icon was missing. Not moved, not relocated, completely gone. Admiral Torvak, a giant insectoid alien, slammed his claws on the table. "This must be an error. Refresh the map." The system refreshed. Still nothing. Another ambassador whispered, "Maybe humans shut down their beacons?" A technician replied shakily, "No, their ships are not just hidden. They are gone from all known space." Panic slowly moved through the room. Humanity's war fleets were massive. Carriers, frigates, dreadnoughts, they did not just disappear. They could not vanish without a trace. Yet the map insisted. 0 human ships detected in the galaxy. Ambassador Vorel felt his stomach twist. His warning had become truth. He remembered the stillness from the night before. It was not fear. It was not surrender. It was preparation. Whispers began spreading like fire. Did humans build a secret jump drive? Have they found a hidden region of space? Are they planning an attack? The Council's confidence collapsed. What was once laughter turned into cold fear. For the first time, they looked at humanity not as a weak species, but as a threat moving in shadows. Vorel whispered. They did not run. They moved with purpose. But no one knew where they had gone, or why they vanished before dawn. While the Galactic Council panicked, humanity was nowhere to be found on any map. But far beyond the borders of known space, in a region the galaxy believed was empty, humanity was very much alive and preparing. Deep inside a dark, silent star cluster, thousands of human ships floated around a hidden command station. This place had no name on any alien chart. It was protected by natural radiation storms that blocked scanners and by artificial fields humans secretly developed over decades. At the center of the fleet stood Admiral Rhodes, the man behind the bold plan. Operation Ghost Horizon. He had predicted everything: the Council's mockery, their arrogance, and their underestimation of humans. So he created a strategy no one would expect. disappear before the enemy understood what was happening. Rhodes stood on the bridge of the flagship Horizon Spear, looking at the silent Warfleet surrounding him. Every ship was powered down from the outside, but inside they were fully active, training, upgrading, and preparing for something bigger. A young officer approached. "Admiral, the new jump cores are stable. The ghost drives are ready for testing." Rhodes nodded slowly. "Good. Once the tests succeed, the galaxy will never see us coming." Ghost drives, engines with no detectable energy trail. A technology the Council believed was impossible. But humanity had done the impossible. Across the hidden base, engineers worked nonstop. Massive dreadnoughts were fitted with new weapons glowing blue, pulsing like living stars. Fighter pilots trained in zero-light simulation rooms. Intelligence teams monitored every alien transmission from afar. They all knew why they were here. Not to hide, not to run, but to return stronger. Admiral Rhodes looked at the dark void outside and whispered, "They laughed at us. By the time we return, they will understand their mistake." Back in Council space, fear spread faster than any message. What began as confusion turned into a quiet storm, shaking every alien government. The galaxy had seen wars, invasions, and rebellions, but never this. An entire superpower disappearing without a trace. The Council launched emergency investigations. Spy drones were sent out. Secret agents were deployed. Elite scouts searched border after border. But every report came back the same. No signs of humanity. For the first time, the aliens realized something terrifying. Humanity had planned this. The vanishing was not an accident, it was a strategy. Ambassador Vorel watched the endless reports pile up on his desk. His claws trembled as he read messages from distant sectors. Humans abandoned their forward bases. Human colonies empty but untouched. Factories silent but clean, like they prepared everything before leaving. It was too organized, too smooth, too perfect. This was not the behavior of a scared species. It was the behavior of a species preparing for something bigger. Rumors exploded across the galaxy. Humans discovered a new power source. They are testing weapons outside map space. They formed an alliance with someone even stronger. Some alien governments began fortifying their borders. Others started secret evacuation plans. The fear was not spoken openly, but every leader felt it. If humans left quietly, they would return loudly. Meanwhile, strange signals began appearing in deep space. Short bursts of coded transmissions, too advanced for Council decryption. Every attempt to decode them failed. Still, one phrase appeared again and again. Horizon phase advancing. Vorel felt the truth sinking in. Humanity had not vanished. Humanity was transforming. And when they returned, the galaxy would face a force more dangerous and more prepared than anything seen before. He whispered to himself, "Mockery was yesterday. Fear is today. And tomorrow, maybe something far worse." For days, the galaxy watched the borders with growing terror. Every sensor, every outpost, every listening station was focused on finding the missing humans. But nothing appeared. No ships, no signals, not even a whisper. Then everything changed. It began with a tremor felt across 3-star systems. At first, technicians thought their machines were malfunctioning. Energy readings spiked and crashed wildly. Gravity fluctuations rippled across the void. Then the alarm screamed. Unidentified mass, materializing at extreme velocity. The council hall shook as a colossal hologram formed above them. What they saw froze every voice in the room. Human ships. Not dozens, not hundreds, thousands. But these were not the same war fleets the galaxy remembered. They had transformed into something new, sleeker, larger, wrapped in glowing blue lines like veins of living energy. Their hulls were covered in symbols the Council had never seen. Their engines emitted no detectable signature. Ghost drives. Perfected. In the center of the formation floated a Titan-class flagship, glowing with a cold, focused power. Its presence alone made other ships look like toys. Admiral Rhodes stood at its command deck, calm and composed. Fleet stable. All systems synchronized, reported an officer. Rhodes nodded. Begin the return. Space flickered as the human armada moved in perfect silence. No engine roar. No communication bursts. They glided like specters. The first wave entered Council territory. Borders were crossed without resistance. Alien soldiers stared at their screens, paralyzed. Their weapons felt useless now. Inside the Council hall, chaos erupted. How did they build this? How did they return instantly? What power is this? Ambassador Vorel stood quietly. He remembered his own warning. He remembered the mockery. And now he watched humanity move like a rising storm. He whispered, they did not just return. They returned changed. The moment humanity's armada crossed into Council territory, the galaxy held its breath. Every alien ruler, every military officer, every citizen felt the same cold truth. The balance of power had changed forever. Human ships glided into major star sectors without firing a single weapon. Their movements were controlled, precise, almost graceful. Yet every ambassador watching them knew. These ships could destroy entire fleets in minutes. Inside the Council hall, alarms continued to flash, but no one dared to speak. The human flagship finally stopped above the Council's capital world, silent and massive like a metal mountain floating in the sky. Suddenly, a single message appeared on every screen, every holo display, every communication channel. No human face, no voice, just words. Mockery ends today. Understanding begins now. The Council trembled. Admiral Rhodes finally appeared as a hologram, calm, confident, and unshaken. Behind him stood officers wearing new armor, glowing with the same blue energy as their ships. You underestimated us, Rhodes said simply. You laughed at us. But while you mocked us, we evolved. His voice was steady, but the weight of his words could be felt across star systems. We did not disappear to hide. We disappeared to grow, to reach a place your sensors cannot find. And we have returned not for revenge, but to reshape the future. Vorel stepped forward, bowing his head slightly. What do you want from the galaxy? Rhodes answered with a single sentence. Respect, or consequences. The room fell silent. Every alien leader understood what he meant. Humanity did not demand war. Humanity did not seek destruction. But if the galaxy refused peace, humans now held the power to end any threat before it even began. As the sun rose over the capital world, its light reflected off the human armada filling the sky. The galaxy had mocked humanity at night. By dawn, humanity ruled the stars.